Last week, the new Twitter update dropped, and shout out to Elon. He might have did his big one because now Twitter is showing account locations, and many of the black pages on Twitter that spread anti-black rhetoric and contribute to gender wars are being exposed for being based in India and East and South Asia. Accounts that got exposed are MAGA accounts, so-called American political accounts, large hip-hop pages, fake black American accounts, catfish influencers, and various bot accounts. And these pages weren't just trolling for fun. They were leading narratives, creating fake diaspora beefs, starting gender wars, pitting black women versus black men, spreading stereotypes, and launching misinformation. And the thing
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Double honor to the elder, shalom to the Akim. Out there pushing the truth in the four corners and truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Aquaf out there listening and learning, being true daughters of Zion. Shalom. So here we have a video. You know, this brother, information coming out from Black Twitter, what it said, Black Twitter, of basically bots and people set up to cause division, right? Between so-called black men and black women, so-called black Americans in the diaspora, right? And they said a lot of them is in what? India, Southeast Asia, right? So for one, that lets you know it's not just the so-called white man that's our enemy. Khan lets us know that the so-called white man is not our only enemy. Now let me get the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So as we know, Satan uses people on the earth. His physical earthly counterpart is so-called white man, Caucasian, the Edomites, right? But also he used the other nations also, right? And this is not the first time this has happened. This has happened before in our history. But that's why the scriptures say the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, right? These things are written for us for the Most High to show us things that's going to happen in the end times. And the same thing that happened during the time of the Persians is happening now, right? This is I'm gonna start with this. This is Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, "The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." Right? So this is not a new thing that's happening, right? These other nations working together, right, to try to destroy us, right? Or try to frustrate us, right? Let's go to the book of Ezra, chapter 4. Let's read this in Ezra. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel," and what we doing now, we building the third temple, the spiritual temple, the spiritual bricks that's being laid in the temple of the Lord, right? Because what? Your body is the temple, right? Our bodies are the temple, right? And like in 2 Peter say, the 2nd chapter, right? Now this is talking about the first temple. It says, "Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, Let us build with you." So these other nations came trying to build with them, right? Just like these heathen come to us, what can we do to help? Right? It's nothing these other nations can do to help us rebuild the temple, right? Because what? They are enemies. Right, everything they do is with ulterior motive. Right, they have a motive behind them doing good, and even for the ones that don't, just to be on the safe side, right? The scriptures say never trust your enemies, right? So just to be on the safe side, like Muhammad Ali said, if 10,000 snakes was coming down the street, 9,000 were venomous, the other 1,000 were non-venomous, are you going to open your door and risk the 9,000 venomous snakes getting in just to help? And just to save the 1,000, right? Are you going to try to separate the two? No, you're not. Therefore, the scriptures say never trust your enemy in Sirach 12, right? And we have multiple enemies, not just Esau, the so-called white man, right? We have the Elamites, which are the so-called Indians, right? The Asians, you got Moab and Ammon, right? The Chinese and the Japanese, right? You got Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs, right? You got the so-called Africans, which are the Hamites, right? We have plenty of enemies, right? Now back to Ezra 4. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chiefs of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God as ye do. And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Asar-Haddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. Right? But look, check out what Zerubbabel said. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chiefs of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power. So that's what we're saying unto these other nations. These other nations have no involvement in this truth, man. Right? They have no involvement in this truth. Right? It's not for them. It's for us. It's for our people. Right? It says, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, have commanded us. This is the part I want right here, verse 4. Verse 4 and 5. So once they were rejected, once these other nations were rejected from our people accepting them to help us build the temple, this is what they did. It says, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even unto the reign of Darius, king of the Persian. And that's what you see in this these Twitter bots and these different people in India and Southeast Asia trying to frustrate our purpose, right? Those, along with Vocab Malone and a lot of these different people that's set up against the truth, right? They will hire counselors, right? They will hire counsels against the truth, right? Against the men trying to build a temple, right? I'm going to read that again, Ezra 4 and 4. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, until the reign of Darius, king over Persia. Right, so that tells you that the whole time, them coming to us, asking us to help us build a temple, there was a motive behind that. Right? It was a negative motive. Right? They were being deceptive. Right? That's why the scriptures say, never trust your enemy. Right? For like his iron rusted, so of his wickedness. Right? So, just be circumspect when it comes to this social media stuff, man. And I had a feeling, Most High hit me with the spirit to start noticing the pattern, man. Of seeing like this shit these is bots, man. These is bots. These bots and people that's just trolling, right? Just trying to cause division. That's all they set up to do. You can tell by their comments a lot of the time, right? So with that, I want to say shalom.